I gotta
Got you recording before they even got a chance to answer.
Oh, they said, yeah, I saw the faces, or did y'all not?
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing.
I'm like, uh-oh.
I just got the little notification like right when you were saying it. That's why I was laughing.
Oh, gotcha.
You're gonna be okay with it. Cut the cameras, dead ass.
You cut the camera. Yeah.
I feel like this is a book that everybody likes, so I want everybody to come and participate.
Well, I'm waiting. Isn't Irina? Is she gonna?
Let me text her. I thought she was. Let me see.
I know
Andre's not.
Is Sarah joining?
Oh, Sarah. I don't know. Let me text them.
Let me take off the waiting room thing because maybe that's what's got them hung up.
Who's the one that I missed in the GM who said me either so sorry and excited to join the book club, but I have a work deadline that I must meet.
Okay, so that's
that?
Felicia.
Felicia?
That's a friend of mine. Yeah, so she's been harping about joining, but I'm like, girl, do you even have the time? But yeah, I told her, yeah, I'll put you on and like, I guess, show up when you can. So she said she reads a lot of Colleen Hoover books, which she's under fire right now for some things.
Word?
Colleen Hoover.
What's the tea?
So something about this girl had come up and said that when Colleen Hoover's son, like, sexually assaulted her, and then Colleen Hoover like silenced her. So that's Twitter.
Wait,
yeah.
word?
And I've heard that, I haven't read any of her books, but I've heard that some of her books, the theme, and I've heard it from Irina, and she just got here. Irina said she kind of has this theme. We're talking about Colleen Hoover, Irina. Like where she like basically is like, here's a really shitty man and you can change him, and he's abusive, but like it's okay, like you can change him type. Like those are her themes, right, Irina?
Yeah, I feel like I think Colleen Hoover has like a background in like some kind of social services. And so I think she like bases a lot of her books on like people who've gone through a lot of stuff. But then she ends up writing these like very manipulative and abusive men, like arsonists and all kinds of stuff. And they're like, oh, it's okay. Like, I don't know.
Arsonists?
Like,
yeah. Like,
do you read any of her books?
Just casual.
I've read It Ends With Us and the one with the pilot that I can't think of. Ugly Love.
I hate that one. I couldn't finish that one.
Is that the one that Charlie said you hated so much, like you were just not about?
You didn't finish it? That is the one that she said, right.
Oh my God. And I feel so bad because like the girl's name in it is Rachel, and by like 2 hours into the audiobook, I was like, oh my God, I hate the name Rachel now. I mean, like, I'm sure I don't hate it, but I literally was like, oh my God, because the way she wrote it, it was like everything he said, he would say Rachel. He was like, water isn't water, it's Rachel. And I'm like, oh my God, like I can't deal. Like it wasn't even good, right? Okay, I'm not gonna, this is not a Colleen Hoover hate club. I'm sorry.
It can't
I've never read her, so I don't care.
I'm trying to try her because like I think Book Talk is like obsessed with her, but like I think she does get 50-50 because I think there's a lot more people coming out now being like, hey guys, I actually don't like Colleen Hoover either.
You want to read it because you just like want to have a conversation with a bookie that knows,
yeah.
But you actually don't like it. Who else is joining? Hold on a second.
Let me check.
So isn't Abby, didn't she say she was coming in just a little later?
Yeah. Just a tad bit later.
Okay.
But has anyone watched the Dahmer?
I started it.
Yes.
I'm looking at it right now. That's why I was late.
I started because Bev and Jordan were talking about it on Sunday, and I was like, "Shut up! I need to start this like immediately."
Yeah, it's sickening. It is.
Wow. I feel like that's right up your alley, Jamie. Don't you like that kind of stuff, like the dark, sinister?
I mean, it's spooky season. It is spooky season. I'm so excited.
Did all know like his like I don't know how to say it, but his like thing he was known for as a serial killer?
Yeah. Eating.
Yeah,
cannibalism or something?
Cannibalism. Yeah.
I just love it's so satisfying to me that he was murdered in jail by a black man. Because like, you know what I'm saying? For that, because he was murdering Black men. I just love that.
Yeah.
It's just like the way it all just.
Someone said like that's the true story. Like we need to see that. Like someone needs to make like that.
Yeah, he got beat to death. Like that. Yes.
Stomp his yard. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Did y'all see that apparently like there's like episode 4 is like a very tough one, and I was like, I haven't even gotten to like past episode 1 to be honest with you, but I don't even think we're gonna continue. It's
Oh,
just
the one with the deaf
Is it that
guy.
bad?
Yo,
I'm on
I
episode
saw
2.
that one, the one with the deaf guy, and I was like, why are they making me love this person?
It was so
Yes.
sad.
You guys,
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
won't say
get
anything
past
about
30 minutes of it. I said no, that too much. It was just too real.
Well, the first episode, I had to kind of skip like the scene where I guess he started to have to seduce him, because for me, I just couldn't. I didn't want to see that. I didn't know. So then I like fast forward. I saw like they were like brawling, so I was like, okay, I'm good.
Oh, I actually did. I
Deaf?
fast forwarded
Like the guy
too.
was deaf.
What's that?
Like the guy was deaf, like he couldn't hear.
No. Oh, well, you have to watch a little bit more of it to see like his other victims and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
This is one of his
first
victims.
episode.
No, the first
I'm on episode 2.
Oh,
right. The first
What
episode,
episode is this?
the guy that gets away, but the episode that we're talking about, me and Irina, he's like deaf, and yeah, I think it's episode 6 or something, because it's just episode 8.
All I've read is like he apparently like befriended him. Like it was like the deaf guy like became really good friends with him. Like actually was like, hey, like you can confide in me, like and then he still killed him. It was bad.
Damn.
I read something on Twitter that says like girls will be like, oh, just want to like chill and relax, and you guys turn on Jeffrey Dahmer for like. I was like,
No, but actually, I
Girls.
was like, let me just relaxation.
that's not okay.
Okay, so that's up, right?
We'll let Charlie spearhead if you have any further questions. So I feel like the chapters are really cool to read. Like the main character is pretty
You want to grab this stuff?
funny. and
This definitely feels a lot more lighthearted than the last book that we read, which is definitely refreshing.
Right?
So I don't know how dark it's going to get, with it being, spooky season.
I don't think it's gonna get that dark. The cover doesn't give it that vibe. If it does, then kudos to the writer, because goddamn.
Right.
It looks cover. Like it's giving like you're gonna be happy at the end of this. Everyone
Oh, it's so cute.
It is cute.
love and happy. So that's what I'm expecting.
Y'all were
Wait,
like,
out of this book, Charlie?
Be loving and happy and butterfly, or maybe bad. Like
I want to see how like tarot or witchy it can get.
Oh my god. Wait, I love the chapters with
Yes. It kind
Mhm.
of explains the different cards, because I have my own deck, and it scares me every so often when I use it, because I'm like, I feel like I have to cleanse my whole
I'm dead.
ward off evil spirits, but I like knowing about it. It's so cool.
Have you
I
ever
have
went?
Oh,
like-
sorry. Go ahead, Charlie.
Well, has anybody like gone like a professional reading?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, actually, I actually have. Yeah. It was pretty accurate.
It was
I've not, but I
Huh?
did get this like tarot like interpretation book a while ago. So every time I pass by like a tarot card in there, I've been like trying to read it like to see if it's maybe giving me like foreshadowing. I don't know. I guess we'll find out later in the book if that's the
I
case.
like the fun tarot stories. My friend is like a beginner tarot card reader, and like a couple years ago, we were like sitting in our like very professional law school lobby, and she was just doing like a tarot card reading, and like our professor like walked by and was like, "Oh my god, can you do one for me?" And it was just like the weirdest thing. It's just like lawyer and tarot cards. So weird.
yeah, I remember I was talking about like signs and like star signs and things like that at the office, and then I think Justin was there too, with a bunch of these guys who know nothing about like that, and they're like, "Can you read me? What do you think I am?" Oh, I'd be like, "You're Taurus." Oh my god, really? How did you know? I'm like, I don't know. I just like guess like off of like one or two things, but it was funny. So wait, okay, so what's everyone's sign, by the way? Do we know everyone's sign?
I know mine.
Rattle them off.
I know y'all's the sisters, but Charlie, I don't know your sign.
What is it?
Libra, we're entering my season.
Ooh,
Woo, 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 woo.
yeah.
You and Andre.
Right.
Yeah.
Irina, what's yours?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, okay.
What is your stuff?
I'm Aquarius.
Okay.
Justin.
Sagittarius, I am told.
Woo, woo.
That's a good mix, right?
That is actually a really good
Sagi's in the
mix.
building.
I think so.
Yeah.
What do you
There's a
think?
bunch of y'all here.
Right?
There's Cindy and Salia too.
Mhm.
And
Fire signs unite.
Beverly's a
Are you guys
Taurus.
all Sagittariuses? Not all, but I
No.
mean, Cindy,
No.
Oh wait.
I'm a Pisces. They're
Cindy's-
all
Pisces gang.
Justin.
Woo, woo, woo.
Bev, are you a Taurus?
I'm a Taurus.
stubborn as
I
can
think
be.
Abby's Aquarius. Oh, she's 100% Aquarius. This is like her book.
So do we like the main character so far?
Love her.
She's fresh
Right.
pepper. I
I
love
like
it.
the stoner. She's funny.
She
I
is.
definitely
She's
feel
cute.
like she's got layers to her as well. Like as we're reading, you're like, well, why is she hiding from these guys? Like, what's going on? What's the stitch there? And I'm like, I can't wait to find out. But also, I can wait because it doesn't seem like it's good.
Wait, so I have a question. Are these guys that she's hiding from, is that from her high school?
I think so.
Okay, so she didn't, okay. So she
When
left
she,
high
when did
school,
she
left-
move, when did they move into Salem? Was it like years ago?
I
It
think
was
it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she said 2 years or something. I think she said 2 years.
and then she like went to high school there too, because wouldn't she already be kind of been into college?
Well, that's what the mom was saying. She goes, it should be around time for you to be applying for schools. Because the drug dealer never had that conversation. He goes, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to college because that's where he's gonna make bank.
He's
And
funny.
they were talking about that, I know. But yeah, no, she should be like a senior, but she got her GED, right?
Yeah, so
And she's
17, right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay. Interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of apprehension with her in college, which is interesting. I think there's at the end of the last chapter, she said something about if you want to get rid of the evil either within her, like I feel like something bad happened, right? Because when it's like she did something, or maybe she's hiding something. It was just very like eerie.
Like maybe it has to do with her mom though too. Like maybe she doesn't want to think about college because she doesn't want to think about being apart from her mom. I don't know.
Right.
That's
It doesn't
valid.
sound like she's got very much like time left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
particularly like Lyme disease, like I guess it hits with sicknesses and stuff, but like, yeah, I guess, I don't know, from what I've read, she seems as though there's a lot more to the story than there is. Like the way she be smoking every day. I'm like, girl, you probably went through a lot. I need to know.
What are you going through? 'Cause
Like,
I can't smoke.
Well,
it.
I mean, you guys have to understand as well, like she didn't really have a dad in her life. Her mom is the only parental figure, family member that she's essentially knows. So seeing her kind of dwindling to like this, not weak, but like she can't really take care of herself. And she's having to play caretaker as well. For someone that's 17, 16 or whatever years old, I can see why she's smoking and she's wanting to forget about what's actually happening in her life.
Mhm.
Well, go Charlie.
I was just gonna say, I kind of wonder if it's related. The boat incident seemed like some kind of traumatic event. They only gave us a glimpse of it, but like the guy, like our friend was throwing up, and then he was like, she was screaming at him to stop, and he was like, I don't know, it's like accelerating. I don't know what you say, like accelerating in the boat, and like they just gave us like a little like peek at it, but to me I was getting like really bad vibes from that incident. So like it also could be related to that too, like some type of traumatic experience.
I
She
think
did
so.
say she didn't like boats, right? Didn't she tell that to Pixie?
Mm-hmm.
See?
What vibes do we get from Pixie?
She's so cute.
Sus.
Sus. She
Right,
is sus.
the
I
teacher-
think it was so creepy how she was just like come, and then it was just like a culty little like we're gonna have a little chat. I was like, girl, I would have been so upset with her if I was that friend. I would have been like, what did you do bringing me here? Like, I'm out of here.
Dude, that funny reference of like I could easily be a cult leader or a cult member.
Yes.
I thought of like the
Did it trigger you?
Did much, yes.
we can't get away from that.
It was almost like an exact reference to the girls because it was like just show her and I'll do whatever she says or something. And I was like, oh my God, it's like almost an exact reference.
literally.
I like really respect that because I think the majority of people is gonna be like, I would never join a cult. I'm like too
Right.
sane for that. And then people are like, yeah, no, I can see myself
join
joining
a
a
cult.
cult.
What could you
Wait,
Okay, God.
Stephanie, Justin, would you ever join a cult?
Oh,
You know, that is a very good question. I think
Actually,
I
here,
would-
there's a better question of that. What would convince you enough to join a cult? Like, what should they be offering for you to be like, yeah, let's do this?
you know, I feel like I would be like boiling a frog, you know, like I don't think like if you ask me straight up, like I don't think I would ever say like yes, but I think just like little by little they'd kind of like string me along. And then before I knew it, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm in a cult, and it'd be too late. You know? I feel like that's how it
We read our last book.
I don't know what about you.
Yeah, I think kind of the same. I'm very gullible. So anyone's like, we're the greatest cult on earth. I'm like, I'm in. And then boom.
Yeah, you know, they
Trapped.
sell you with just the little things, you know. You're like, okay, it's a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. You know, I can look past it. And then next thing you know, yeah, I feel like that's how it would go for me.
Well, I guess you should read The Girls by
Oh my God.
because honey, it's written all over what you would do, what would happen, and what to conclude with. But that's hilarious. I love that.
So that book was all about the like the whole Marilyn Manson cult thing he had going, right?
Manson family. Marilyn Manson is
The Manson family. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson is the famous
singer.
rock star,
rock star.
Black
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Which
Correct.
low key, not that far off.
no, well, yeah,
Oh.
they're kind of the
That
same.
man's crazy.
No one would be shocked. No one would be shocked.
That is true. That is true.
Very similar. But yeah, you imagine like someone invites you to something. First, you don't ask questions or anything. You walk in and they're just like holding hands, their eyes rolled back and shit and chanting.
Guys, was it not weird that Eleanor just went into it? I was just like, why are you so comfortable?
Remember she said she has like nothing to be. She goes like, you can't really humiliate anyone that doesn't really have anything to be like to humiliate or whatever.
Oof. Saying that she's humiliation. Is that what you're saying?
Something about like, well, maybe they're here to like humiliate me. And then she's like, well, I mean, I don't really have much, so it wouldn't
Yeah,
take.
she was like, that would require that I had any ounce left of dignity.
Yeah. That was what she said. I was like, damn,
damn.
have some decorum.
I did think it all kind of happened like so like fast that I was like almost like a whirlwind type of thing that I was like, wait a second, she's on the boat, they're in a circle, like and she knows they're witches. Like it seems like no one explained that. I mean, I get you can pick up some clues that they're witches, but like it was never like tell you like something like we're witches or like, you know, I don't know. It was just kind of like she knows now that they're witches and she just joined this. Like it just happened so quickly that I was like, did I skip a page? Like
That's what I thought. They say like it's their coven. So I was like, okay, so these are the witches that she.
Like, is it like, we don't think it's actual magic, right? Like it's,
That's what I
like,
was
are they,
wondering.
because I thought they were like, so far it seems like they're just Wiccan, you know, which is like an actual religion where they call like the same way people in Christianity call themselves Christians, people who are in the Wiccan religion call themselves witches, even men who are Wiccans call themselves witches. It's like, it's an actual religion. So I was like, I can't tell if they're playing off of like the actual religion right now, or if they're like saying there's like real magic involved.
I kind of thinking real magic only, but I could be wrong. I was just thinking it because it's improbable magic for cynical witches, and she does not believe in magic at all. And I thought maybe that was the plot of the book, is that she finds love and magic. Like, but maybe maybe I'm wrong.
Or like she starts
Stretching.
believing magic and then she starts seeing what they're seeing and it's like a whole different world. And then she takes shrooms and it's alien. It's like, look, I mean, like they had it in the campfire. What I mean, like they should have, because at this point, the way that they were describing that scene, I was like, they have to be on something. There's
Yeah, I was like, y'all have to be, yeah, they took something before she got there for sure. They said something about the kitchen witch, or that's why I feel like it's not really real magic. Because I'm a kitchen witch. I'm like, fuck is a kitchen witch, you know?
What?
So
Makes me
Yeah,
think of,
because
like,
that's a real thing. That's a real thing that Wiccan people
Just happened.
believe and like practice. There's like different kinds of witches, and that's like a real thing. That's why I'm confused as to whether it's real or not.
I think a kitchen witch would be someone that like heals people with food, or like uses magic and then like through food.
I'm looking it up right now.
Was
I
that
thought
the
it meant
part where
that-
she? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, I thought she said she just means like she cooks often. Like she's a friend in the group that cooks the most. So she's like the kitchen witch.
Oh,
you know,
y'all.
you're
I
right.
found it.
You're right.
But didn't she say she saw like food just appearing on the table?
So it's like Peter Pan.
I don't know if I was like,
Action.
if like food was just like being like refilled like Harry Potter, you know, when they're
And one of them said she put gel on it so that it's actually all really healthy for you, like nutritious or something.
Yeah, abundant amounts of food emerge from somewhere.
Yeah, right?
Oh, so it is real magic.
so maybe I don't know.
Wait,
It'd be crazy if like someone was just watching them and they were like all on LSD, just like tripping.
I looked up what kitchen witch, it's kitchen witchery. It's basically like certain herbs that build up certain emotions or certain personalities. So like, for example, like, you know, like in those movies, have you guys ever seen Brave? It's like the Disney animation. Yes, that's the kitchen witch, where she has her little pot and she throws in little ingredients and she makes a love potion, or that's the type of what they're talking about.
I know, like one of my good friends is one, like IRL, obviously not magic, but like she's Wiccan and she's a kitchen witch. And like one time when I was sick, she made me, like, she brought me 2 different mason jars that were basically like tinctures, just filled with like a shit ton of like herbs and natural medicine and stuff. And like I was supposed to, and like spices that like helped clear out my sinuses and headache and shit.
Wild.
And like they call those potions.
Interesting.
Oh my God, wait, the stuff that y'all's mom does, Cindy.
Oh my God.
Serious right now, like
She's like, what's the thing over here?
I'm doing it tonight because I was like, I don't know, I feel like maybe my sinuses need to be like cleared out. And I said I was gonna do it, and my husband was like, oh my God, I'm gonna do it too. Like all the time, he's like, let's do Beatrice's thing. Like that.
So she takes like Vicks, right? And she puts it in a pot, and then you put yeah, you put a towel over your head, and then you inhale it for like 15 minutes or something. I guess it's like witch.
It's a blanket.
A blanket. Yeah.
Yes. And it's boiling water. And you're kind of like in a sauna for like 30 minutes. So you feel like you're gonna die, but then you get all the toxins out.
Like a Vicks hot box kind of.
Yes.
Vicks hot box. That's a good idea.
You're like, oh my God, we're gonna get Vicks hot box tonight. And you do Vicks hot box.
You clearly feel the Holy Spirit afterward. You're like, yeah, I'm alive.
It reminds me because like I grew up in Russia when I was a kid, and they made us wear garlic around our necks during like flu season because they were like, it's gonna like ward off any sickness. And I don't think that's true. But that's like some weird like folklore shit.
Oh shit.
I love that.
That's sick.
Well, I guess only in Russia, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. Modern country, but then it's like has like witchy shit like that.
It's probably vampires, right? Like garlic.
I was gonna say that's like vampires. Yeah, I've heard garlic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the evil.
Ooh, so like vampires originated from like Russia, and that's why they're like always like.
Irina, do you have something to tell us?
No, literally.
I wish I were a vampire. That'd be awesome.
She's like, doesn't
Island
age.
one.
Right?
Oh, I feel like we haven't asked this yet. So who do you guys picture playing this character for Eleanor?
Eleanor. So, right?
Well, that's a good question.
It can be like any actress.
Robin from Stranger Things, Tom Petty's
Yes.
daughter.
Hawk.
Think about
Good.
her.
I just saw it.
Yes.
Good. That's better than any answer I was gonna say. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
I was
Same.
thinking Max, but Robin fits it so much better. Yeah.
That's actually
You're
so-
right.
This person.
What?
What?
I didn't
Sounds
know
like
things. I don't know which one you're talking about.
I'll
Let me-
show you. I'll show you. I got you.
No, the one that from Do Revenge.
Maya Hawk.
Meryl.
Uma Thurman's daughter.
Oh, Robin.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see that. No, but I think she's too
It's a scandalous photo. That's the first one popped up.
Like of all the pictures.
Oh, Jane.
Sorry.
Definitely her.
Sorry. This one.
We're recording this.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that's not a good one. You can't see.
No, I know who
Here
you're
we go.
talking about. I could see that. I think maybe she's a
Yeah.
little too awkward though.
I mean, this girl's kind of awkward.
this girl's kind of awkward.
Trying to give her a fighting chance.
You know what? Actually, that's true. But then who would be Pixie? Or I guess Pix.
Wait, I can also see Eleanor as Zendaya because of
I was thinking that.
Because of Euphoria.
MJ. What is her name in the new
Rue.
Spider- like the newer Spider-Mans?
Oh, MJ.
MJ?
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I could see the vibe of that. Like,
Oh, transcendent.
Ooh. You know what? I thought about that too. Like having it more of like I guess like a black character with like a white character, like a mixed character. Because I was like, you know what? Let's spice things up. And then I never figured out who. But then Zendaya really fits.
You're right. She's got that like very like cynical vibe going on.
Serious.
So,
Yeah.
That's true, because it could be anything. Because all we know is that her mom's white, but we don't know.
Mhm.
That is true.
Could be a-
I was
Okay.
just going off the picture on the cover. I was like short, red
That's
hair,
valid.
awkward. The girl from Stranger Things. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I thought of that.
Who do we
That is a
picture-
good description.
Who do we picture Susan?
Her aunt. I think
Did she say that she is South Asian, or did she describe someone else like that?
No, I think she is Asian. Yeah, she said.
Maybe
is Susan Asian?
I
Yeah.
didn't say what
Thought so.
Because they mentioned how like in pictures they like her mom and Susan like would look very similar when they were in college, but like Susan was like more South, like was like Asian versus like her mom being white.
Let's find out.
Would be
Oh,
like,
I did want. Oh, go ahead,
she said
Cindy.
I was thinking like Constance Wu, but maybe whatever. Go ahead.
No, that's what
I was saying like with Pixie, going back to Pixie, I just thought of like Pixie Lott, like her name being Pixie Lott, like in real life, and she low-key looks like what I would picture Pixie looking like. Can y'all see?
Oh.
This girl's name is actually
Is that that
Pixie.
girl from The Office?
I don't know. I just know her name's Pixie Lott, and she low-key looks like what this Pixie could be with the short blonde hair. No, maybe.
Yeah.
Is
I
she-
agree.
Might be
Yeah.
onto something.
I get a witchy vibe from her. Wait, oh, you can't even see.
Who would play Susan?
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, oh yeah, yeah, blonde hair, very like, it's just interesting. Like, she's like sizes her up, and like the way she describes her is funny. She's like kind of aloof, but not really, or I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder how they're gonna actually get together. I wonder if it's gonna just be from her point of view, if we're gonna, I was telling Meryl, or if we're gonna see like maybe like an internal dialogue with Pixie, because so far she's kind of like just like staring at her and like mesmerizing her into her like witchy.
Stand
She
up.
seems very like dainty, like a dainty dom, you know? Like she knows what she wants and she's very observant, but then she's gonna like act like she's like, oh, helpless.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
Question. Do we think, what's her name? Ophelia or whatever, Opheria? Do we think that Ophelia actually really likes Pixie? Because you know how the other two are together? I think Ivy and
she said
what's
that
the
they're
other girl's
cousins.
name?
yeah, they're cousins.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
They did say that they were cousins.
low key that slipped through really quick.
She's
So
like,
I was like, wait,
what cousins like kiss each other so bad?
I know.
Not House of Dragons.
I know.
It is kind of witchy. It kind of works.
Yeah.
On the cheek,
They
guys.
cast spells and shit. I don't know. They got dragons. I don't know. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I'm not only going on. So
Still
the
shocked.
herbs.
How do you think this is going
Listen.
to like transpire the rest of the book? Because they could really just take it anywhere.
Well, my
What
thing
are
is,
they
do you
gonna
guys think
focus
she's
more
gonna
on?
join? You think she's gonna join the coven?
Duh.
Yeah.
She seems like she's a follower.
Yeah, tragically.
I feel like it might not be like a bad thing. I feel like it's gonna be like good for her, cool, and like, but she's obviously like depressed, you know. So I
Mhm.
feel
True.
how she, I don't know, like finds herself.
My question is like, what kind of trials and tribulations do you, from what we've read, do you feel like she might run into? Kind of like, you know, like where would the story go? Because I know that there's I guess the real element of it is like the mom possibly dying. I know that might be something that we read in the book, but you think they might go on like a witch adventure and stuff, and
I
then
think so. That's so true. Oh wait, Jamie, what are you gonna say?
I have a theory, and I could be reaching for this one, so let me stretch. But have y'all seen American Horror Story, the 3rd season?
Girl. Yes.
You know how Miss Supreme, when she croaked, there's a new Supreme. What if her mama is Mama Supreme, and then when she croaks, homegirl's about to be like the head witch, and then when she gets in this, that's why they're all like that's why they kind of vibe with her right now, right? It's like, you have
Girl,
something.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
maybe it's not random.
Yes, she doesn't know she's a witch yet, but then when her mom's gonna croak, when her mom passes, I should say that a lot nicer, then she will be the head witch, and she's
That
gonna.
actually makes for a
Right?
good book if that's where the author's going.
That's what
That
I'm
makes so
hoping
much
for.
sense. Well, I mean, like that would be so crazy. That would be so makes so much sense.
Yeah, I think she has like
Oh, sorry,
witch
go.
history. I'm so sorry. Like witch
No.
history, like she has no idea. Maybe she's like tied in with something of witch. Cause like I just feel Pixie and Ophelia. Why would they pick her out of everyone? Like she hates Salem. She hates anything witch related.
Right.
So I just feel like there's like a connection there that we have yet to see. But I don't know. Maybe she can go from like no one to head witch or like head of the coven. I think that'd be a cool like twist. So
Right.
I love
Yeah.
how deep you're getting with this, because when I read it, I was just like, oh, it was love at first sight, and that was the spark. And people are like,
Oh my God, can I say something really quick? Okay, so Jamie, going off of your idea, you said the mom, all this stuff like that. And then in the beginning, she was saying how her mom's from here and like her dad is like Nordic or something. So I did like some research and I was trying to see like what big religions are in like the Nordic area. I don't know. And it said paganism, Norse paganism. So I'm like, wait, are we onto something? Because Kitchen Witch is also part of that, like the whole like witch. I'm not doing very well on this description, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Is
Are you talking like Norse mythology, like Thor and stuff?
that what it is?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. That's why like you're saying,
I don't think
I don't
is
know.
paganism.
because
part of
isn't Norse like Nordic, like isn't that what Thor and like
Norse
Loki and all them are
mythology,
from?
yes, but there's also
But it's not the
Norse
same.
paganism. Paganism?
Oh, okay. So it's different.
So it's like part, like maybe her dad has like is also like a Wiccan or a Wiccan, right?
He's a witch too.
Yeah, did they describe as like male, female, like Wick or Wiccan?
Yeah.
I think like her dad's gonna come back into the picture now that she's joined this coven.
I don't think that loser's coming back anytime soon.
No,
Maybe
literally.
he's a wizard.
It's
Is that the
just-
right way? Is it a wizard for a
is
male
it?
witch? Still witch, right?
Is it? Yeah, is it a wizard?
No, not technically. That's just like that's it's true in like make-believe stuff, but in real life, like male and females are witches that are Wiccan religion. It's just witch.
Ah,
Okay.
Cool.
Never mind. Just witch.
I just learned that. I was like, oh, who thought? Who knew?
I definitely thought it was wizard.
that was so-
I mean, I thought like warlock thing, but like I guess not. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. Warlock.
I was like, isn't it warlock? But apparently no.
Farmers, like
Okay, setting wise, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job. I know they already said they're in Massachusetts or whatever, but why do I get this like Vampire Diaries like scene like with the like very like fall like dark like
Girl, as soon as they said Mystic, I was like, Mystic Falls.
Mystic Falls, right?
Isn't that what they're talking about? Is that that's a city north, right?
I think so, right?
Like, isn't Mystic town up there or something?
Salem.
Are you talking about like in Massachusetts?
Right? Because yeah, she was saying Mystic, but isn't that like a real town up there?
Christina, you're from
Where's that
Mass.
filmed?
Yes, that is.
Is it real?
Yes.
It is.
I'm sorry. Are you lighting one up? I'm dead.
It's in Boston.
I thought she was about to cast a spell.
Me too.
I was like,
like,
oh shit,
this is
okay.
perfect.
Don't mind me right now, please.
Mystic Falls. I was just thinking about, isn't Mystic Falls like a show, right?
Oh yeah, it's an animation.
Oh no, it's the mythical place of the
Oh.
Diaries.
Vampire.
Yeah.
There's a Mystic, Connecticut, but there's no Mystic, Massachusetts. But highly likely that's the one that she's talking about.
there's a Mystic River in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
I do really like the setting though, and I really like. I've been to Salem like twice, and I feel like it's very on point. And I also, Irina, I don't know if you noticed, but they mentioned UMass. Isn't that where you went to school?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's like
really?
everyone else in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I was like, I thought about you.
It was really funny. She's like, I would never get into UMass. And I was like, you'll get into UMass. You'll be just fine.
That's so funny. I was gonna say, so because we only read the first 3 chapters, how many meetings you guys want to do for this book? Because it's pretty quick read. How many chapters, by the way?
It is.
I think 20 or
Oh, really?
So, question, Carly, are you looking through the book?
yes.
And the last chapter, okay, I'm wondering if this is a hint. So, like, have you guys noticed the tarot theme?
Yes.
Mhm.
So that's like, I like how it's teaching us a little bit. Like, I didn't know it was going to do this, but so like, it's going in order so far. So like, the Fool is truly like the first card of the tarot, and every card in the major arcana tells a story, and it kind of all goes together. These are basically like archetypes and things that happen to us throughout our lives, or things that we embody. And so I'm wondering if every chapter is going to follow the story, and like go like each tarot card might tell us what's going to happen in that chapter, basically, or like what she's embodying in that chapter. So like there's like a lot of other cards. So I'm wondering like what tarot card does the book end on?
It ends on the world.
And will you look it up? And see, sorry, my phone is all I have right now. Will you look it up and see if that's the last tarot card?
Oh, on the book?
No, like in general, like the last tarot of the major arcana, like the end of the story.
How do you Google that? The last tarot card, tarot?
Yes, it's the final.
What'd you say?
It says it's the final card of the major arcana.
Interesting. That's cool. So
That
she's
is
gonna
really cool.
basically going through an entire archetypal.
Is it order?
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
feel like
this
that was kind of the theme, right, Meryl? Didn't you say you kind of felt like it was going to go on theme with the cards?
Yeah, I definitely think so. And I think, I don't know, like maybe it's also telling a story of like what to expect in the next chapter, with the description of the card that is being shown prior to. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more plot that needs to be had for us to kind of get into it, because like this is like the beginning, and I really hope it goes the way Jamie describes, because that would be kind of tight if that's if she's meant to be.
So going off of what Abby said, because looked at my book, I'm so extra. It says The fool's journey describes the path of the soul from the innocence to individuation. It represents the universal search for personal growth and meaning. Every one of us is the fool on our own journey, and though each path is as unique as the individual that walks it, they all comprise of universal elements. The fool's journey can be further broken down into 3 stages, or in occult terminology, sepentaries. We exclude the fool, who represents the person taking the journey. Many teachers have given these stages different names, but all have several characteristics in common. They can be understood sequentially or in different layers of the journey itself. These stages of the journey fall into 3 categories: the conscious, unconscious, and superconscious. But those are all part of like the major arcana. That's what I just read, was like the summary of that. And like you said, yeah, the last one is the world. And it is going in. So I marked this, so I'm gonna kind of keep track of that, like as it's going on. I think that'd be kind of cool.
So it's like about a journey, like taking a journey, and that's kind of how it's starting. Like she, like the beginning. I mean, obviously it's the beginning of a book, but it's like her journey is starting with either this like coven or with Pixie. Is it Pix or Pixie?
Pixie.
It's Pixie. Okay.
She goes by Pix for short.
Oh, okay.
We can have a nickname for her.
But like her journey maybe with Pixie. Like, this is so cool. I love this. I love when it feels like someone, like the author, really spent a lot of time crafting the storyline and like putting it all together. Like, kind of like we were saying with the girls, it felt like they just like plagiarized off of the real life story and just changed the names. But like this book, like it feels like a very different vibe. It feels like the person really spent a lot of time like researching, or maybe they already knew it, but I don't know. I like it. It feels like, wow, like they really put the work in.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely a breath of fresh air compared to the last book we read. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Did I wanna mention something? It's a line in the book, or it's I think it's the Empress part. I think it's one of the tarot cards. It said pleasure is sacred, pleasures are birthright. And I'm like, why did we end on that? And I'm like, I'm like, are we is this gonna be like some kind of like sex cult? Like, what is happening?
The Empress card is like literally the representation of sex, if there was going to be a sex card in the major arcana. Like, not even the Lover's card is as sexual and sensual as the Empress in tarot.
The Empress? Oh, okay.
Like the sex, she's dripping.
Oh.
Sorry, you got me with that one, Bev. Oh my god.
Damn it. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So I guess does anyone have anything else to dissect? Because I was going to say we can start picking the next date to meet for the next chapter, or like how many chapters we're going to.
Oh, I have one more point. How do we feel about? I think y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. How do we feel about our first LGBT author? The author's Mary, and she's gay, and I love that for like the storyline too, because I think the main character is too, right?
Yeah.
That's a cute little dynamic. I feel like we didn't touch on. I thought that was sweet.
That is cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's because she can write it from a point of view where it's authentic, because she's maybe experiencing these scenes. So I think that's what'll make it better. Because there are certain, I'm sure, like movies or books that are written by non-LGBT people, and you just feel the inauthenticity of it. So this was maybe she gone through something similar when she was younger, and she's kind of making a book about that, but through this, so.
Yeah.
I also feel like it could be like anybody. Like, you're not reading this and being like, oh, I can't relate to this or whatever. You're just like, okay, cute girl liking another cute girl, whatever. Like, it's not a big deal. So I like the way that it's kind of like light in that way.
Right. Like when there was clearly like a spark between them, like at the beginning, and it was just like, I don't know, like it was just so, I felt like it was just so cute. And I think I'm really like embracing this, and I could be wrong, but I'm just was like, okay, this is gonna be like a love story and happy. So I'm just like looking for all of like the cute, happy, like sappy things. So maybe that's why yeah.
No, Charlie, it's spooky season. No sap, no
You
night.
can have
it's all
the
scary.
ants spooky together.
It's witchy. It's romance.
It's
It's
by something.
It's funny because I totally agree. I think this book has a little bit of like spooky, but it has like some romance too. So I'm like, is this I thought this was supposed to be a scary book, but we'll see. We never know.
Yeah, I mean, there's two girls.
I know I didn't think it was scary when I read. Like I know everybody else had like scary and creepy recommendations, and I was like, cute. Girls.
But yours is like very Halloween. This is very, very Halloween. It's getting me in the
It
spirit,
is.
like very much so.
Same.
This music in the background while you read it.
You think it's gonna end till like Halloween time? Like the day of Halloween is where this big thing is happening?
Abby, you should do a reading for like one person or something. At the last, Abby should do like a reading for
For every person?
That'd be a lot. That'd be a lot. I'm just kidding.
That's a lot. I'll draw all of you one card.
Oh yeah,
Look
right.
at
That'd be
You
cool.
want to do that at the end?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll need but like that's like a lot of time though.
He's right. It does take.
Well, we normally have a long
Well,
session
the
for the book
chapters-
anyway.
That's
Right.
true. And the chapters
Yeah.
are really, really quick anyway. So I think that last session is gonna be like super, super quick, no matter what.
We do, like the first 30 minutes we talk about the book and then literally on the dot. All right, reading time, everyone, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
That'd be cool.
Well, we'll have to see because like it generates a lot of energy in order to read someone first, and there's like 10 of us, so the amount of time.
I don't need the energies to be released from me to
Well,
Meryl said I'm good.
like I already have my own cards. It's fine.
so Charlie, or I guess everyone, where do we want to read till?
next.
Let's go into it more. So
Yeah, there's 20 chapters, so we're at 3. Can we get to like 12?
I was gonna
Well,
say
do we want to finish it like before Halloween or right out? Like, because we could do it to where it's like we finish it by October 25th. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Or do we want to finish it at like the second week of November? Like, do y'all
I was
care?
thinking we just read it for October, like all through October, because I feel like we could knock out these chapters where we could end it on the last week of October.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like 2 more like hangouts, talk about it. That last week, we kind of go into Halloween and we finish the book, because I know
Yeah.
people have things to do. Jamie, you're moving. So a lot of things going on during that time. So
Mm-hmm.
guys, what do you guys think?
I think 12 is a good place. This is chapter 12. It's like halfway left of like what we got. So
Okay.
6.
good
Nice.
place.
That
There's just
works
one more
for
meeting
me.
after that, right?
Yeah.
So we're reading like through chapter 12 or we're stopping at 12?
What do you
stop
think?
at 12.
Stop at 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 12.
Okay.
That's page 186 if anyone's like in the book, by the way.
So that's after the last tarot, which is I think the hanged man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so you guys want to do October 11th?
Yes.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. And then, so chapter 12, October 11th, and then the last session will be the 25th or whatever. That's a good plan. And it's like, it's doable. The book fits that time frame. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
okay.
Sweet.
Is anybody listening to the audiobook?
Yes,
I am.
How is it?
it's actually pretty engaging.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I feel like it would be a cute one to listen to for audio.
But she doesn't sound young though, right? She doesn't sound like she would be that age, right? That's the
No,
only thing?
not at all. I think they definitely
Not
have
at all.
voiceovers for like when they're speaking. Oh, but like overall, like she's a good.
But she's still like engaging. Like she's very like,
Yes.
yeah.
She changes her tone like whenever like she definitely makes Eleanor seem more tomboyish because her voice is like deeper when she talks Eleanor, but when she's with Pixie and she's describing Pixie or Pixie's talking, then she's a little more like girly. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess Eleanor is a little more tomboy in a
I
sense.
hope. Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's not bad. All right, guys. Does everyone have anything else, or are we good to go?
Okay, a little bit of fact. I realized these tarot cards, they're based upon Oh wait, we already know that. Zodiac signs? Okay. I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up as it goes. But like Hangman, which is like the chapter we're supposed to stop on, is the element of water. And it's supposedly connected to Pisces. But hey, I don't know what that means.
Maybe she gets on a boat and
Mhm.
like water finally. Oh my god, Jamie.
Oh my god. Wait.
Pisces, that was nothing cash.
Pisces crises.
Pisces crises.
All right,
I
cool.
can't with y'all.
So stop at chapter 12, meet it on 11, and then I guess that's it. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'll send a text.
All right, sounds good. You
Thanks for
said that's
coming.
Charlie?
Yeah, I will.
All right, awesome. Okay, guys.
All right.
Been good.
Bye.
Love
Thanks,
how
guys.
you
Have a good one.
Later.
See ya.